Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Chris Bosch Props. You're probably wondering, Chris, we've seen this already, and I know you have. I've had this laid out many a times, and it doesn't look like I'm making progress, but guys, I really am. I'm almost at the finish line, so I wanted to show you kind of where I'm at and what I've done. So if you're building this suit and you get to this stage, you'll kind of have an idea of what you need to do. First off is just doing tons of body work and trying to get the suit as smoothed out as possible. Like I said in previous videos, I'm not looking for perfection. I don't mind a few print lines showing still. The paint is gonna cover a lot and it's still gonna look really, really good, but I am trying to get the bulk of the imperfections, the really bad stuff. But the little stuff, no big deal. But yeah, look how smooth and sharp everything is starting to look. With a little bit of elbow grease. No, a lot of elbow grease, not a little bit. I don't want to lie to you guys. A lot of elbow grease. But yeah, it's coming out super crispy clean. But we are heading in the right direction. So the little things that I've been doing is I'm really trying not only just to get the body work done and smooth it out, but I'm also trying to get it wearable now. So I started doing attachments like here from this elbow cuff to this top shoulder piece. I did the screw attachment here. Here, let me roll it and show you guys. On both sides. I just used a 632 screw. And there's going to be some lock nuts in there so that this elbow can move freely, like so. One thing I noticed on my last suit, and I didn't look at the reference photos as good as I should have, I had this elbow cuff way too low, like way too low. Like this screw, there was a huge gap, probably like that wide from the top of this elbow cuff, and my shoulders looked a little too high, and I felt like I was trying to push the arms up a lot to get them where they should be with my glove, because the spacing wasn't right, especially for my arms. I have T-Rex arms, really small arms. And so I got the right attachment. I looked at some reference photos because I'm right about the same height as Peter Weller, and my body frame is similar. I'm a little bit more bulkier than he is. He was a lot thinner. I think he was a marathon runner or something. But anyway, I looked at some reference photos, and that gap is pretty close between these screws and the top of this cuff. So I did it similarly, and I think it's going to be a lot better when wearing these arms. This is the worst, most uncomfortable part for me wearing the suit is the arms. So I think that spacage here is really going to help. Another thing that I did is I attached the feet. Now I use these little hobby hinges here. I'll link these below, and all I do is I cut them to the size that I want. I use the holes that they already have, and I run some 440 screws all the way through, just with some nuts. Those aren't even lock nuts, just regular nuts, and that's it. And then, not right now, but in a bit, I'm gonna add in some elastic right here so that it will stay attached, and then it'll just kind of slightly move like that when I'm walking with the elastic on both sides. But yeah, we're looking very sharp. Here are the pistons. I got these attached. Guys, these are, I did scale these up. I can't remember how much I scaled them up. The ones that came with the file just were a little bit too small for my taste. So I did upscale them, and then I had to do like a little bit of modification for the attachment in there to get this to slip in. If I scaled it up a little bit, I think it looks more in sync and more in line with the movie. His piston is perfect. I mean, the detail on it is absolutely perfect. So it just needed to be upscaled to my liking, and there it is. It's really, really good. When I'm wearing these, like in the movie, there's a rod that comes out of here and attaches to the ankle, the rear ankle of the foot. And I don't do it when I'm wearing it because it's very uncomfortable, and I don't want to break the suit and have it to twist in a certain way, and this just breaks off. So I attach it, but I don't use a rod. I just leave the aesthetic of it like that, and it's worked out. It works fine for me. Keep in mind, Robocop fans, that the majority of the Robocop movie, especially if you go back and watch it, all it shows is the top half a lot of the times in most of the scenes, and that's just because it's so uncomfortable to wear the whole suit. So keep an eye on that when you watch Robocop again, of how many scenes actually show him walking in the whole entire suit. You don't see it very much. So yeah guys, I just wanted to do a quick video showing you where I'm at. The next thing I'm going to do is start adding in the button attachments. I use a button system, so a lot of this, like the arms and the legs, and I hold the legs up with a strapping system, a webbing system that I button in on the legs and on the ankles. If you watch my how I put my Robocop suit on video, I'm pretty much going to be using the same system. So look at all the detail. Look how sharp we're looking. I love the new engraved nameplate that I did. It's so much better than what comes with the original model. When it comes to painting, I've done a lot of testing on metallic paints. I pretty much have bought every metallic paint you could possibly get on the market in Walmart, Lowe's, or whatever. And a lot of them I don't like. I think I'm going to stick to the original way that I painted my last suit. It looks really good, and it has a presence where if you were to look at it in person, it looks like it came out of the movie. It really, really does. So I don't want to fix what's not broken, but I am going to do a little bit of tweaking. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I love my original paint job, but I'm going to kind of try to add a more movie aesthetic to it. What I mean by that is they use some greens and some golds, and those are colors that I didn't use on the last suit. I used mainly metallic blue and purples for highlights, but other than that, the main base foundation I'm going to stick with is what I did on my last suit, if that makes any sense. I didn't really like this one. I used some automotive paints, and they're all right. They're not great. I tried this Rust-Oleum aluminum paint, didn't really care for it. My favorite has always been Rust-Oleum hammered paint. It just has a perfect blend of dark metallics in it. The only downside to the hammered paint that I don't like is it doesn't have enough metallic flake in it for me. The metallic flake is a lot finer than what I would like, but the paint itself, the color is just perfect. It's like a dark metallic, and that's what we want before we add in all our highlights. So to solve the problem when it comes to the metallic flake is this Rust-Oleum metallic paint here, not the 2X metallic, but just the regular Rust-Oleum metallic paint. The color is almost the same as the hammered paint, but it has a lot of metallic flake in it. So what I've been testing with on a few things is I've been laying down the hammered paint and then just doing some light mists of this Rust-Oleum metallic, and it gives it just that right amount of flake that I like. So that's going to be really cool, and it looks really good. I'm happy to show you guys when I get to that. Another thing that I love about the hammered paint is it goes on really thick, guys, and it hides and it covers a lot of your imperfections, whereas like these paints don't really do that as well. The 2X is pretty good, but this hammered paint, it's tough, goes on thick, and it hides a lot of those imperfections. Not everything, but it does hide a lot of the fine imperfections that are going to be left in your suit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a foundation of Rust-Oleum hammered like on my previous suit. A little bit of metallic flake here just to add that more silverish look to it, and then we're going to add in our purple, our blue highlights, a little bit of the green metallic, and maybe a little bit of gold here and there. So it's gonna look really good, guys, I assure you, and I can't wait to get to it. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys a video soon. I gotta edit it still, of how I attach the shoulder rings. They're just some galvanized screws that I cut the heads off, put in there, and then there's some magnets underneath, and it just goes in and the magnets hold them in place. Super simple, especially when putting it on and my wife's helping me or whoever's helping me. They could just slip them right in there, and that's it. Now what's helped is, you know, on my previous suit I did the mold for the midsection and the neck and the gloves, so that's a lot less work I have to do. I really just have to focus on the main armor pieces. So we're going to be doing a little bit more body work, finishing out the webbing system and the buttons, and then we are going to get Robo painted and be done with this thing. Yeah, I'm probably going to retire with Robocop after this, guys. This is my third suit and I'm just done. So I really hope this is helping you guys and you're enjoying it, because this is probably going to be it when it comes to Robocop for me. There might be some little things I do here and there, maybe busts, or I've always wanted to do the mechanical leg that I might do eventually as well. I have the files for that Asin did for me. He actually modeled a leg that has a slit that if I add servos, it can pop out and pop back in with the gun. Now that's not wearable, it'll just be cosmetic on display or whatever, but I can activate it with a switch and go, and I would add in the sound effect and everything. But that's a project in the future. But as far as suits go and Robocop in general, guys, I think this is it for me. And when it's done, we're gonna call it a wrap, and hopefully we'll get to wear it at Dallas Comic-Con soon. Hopefully, I don't know. I think I can get it done by then. I don't really know completely, but we will find out, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is where I'm at. So we're on to the next one, and I'll get that shoulder ring video for you guys soon. Thanks for watching.